Because you say like people would actually go into psychotic shock.
They
right?
could. They could. If they're not ready to handle the upswelling of the things that they refuse to look at within themselves, refuse to integrate within themselves, they could have a psychotic break if they simply continue to insist on not integrating those things in the presence of a much higher frequency.
And since you're quasi-physical, would be kind of like seeing a ghost?
Sometimes some people may perceive us that way, but we can also be perceived very solidly if you wish. Depends upon the frequency state that you're in and what's appropriate for the frequency state we need to be in those contact encounters. At the beginning, it may be that we appear a little bit filmy, a little bit less than solid, to ease the transition in, and then we may get more solid appearing over time. So that might be some of the ways that it could happen, because it has happened that way with other civilizations before. We sort of show up a little bit, disappear a little bit, show up a little bit more, get a little more solid, a little more solid. They reach out. At first they may pass through us, and then they reach out, and then we may feel a little bit squishy. And then they reach out, or we might feel just a little bit more solid, but still have some idea of spongy resistance. And then they reach out, and they can actually touch us as a solid being. Our skin will feel very different than yours. It'll almost feel like the finest form of crystalline substance that you can imagine. Because it's not exactly the same kind of skin as yours. We have a lot more of the idea of crystalline silicon substance within our makeup.